Hello there. Welcome in. Hello, Vicky. Yeah, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Oregon Dash today. And, to say the least, we got some pretty windy conditions right now. And where the Ducks team stands right now to getting close to 173, well, yeah, to really put it like this, they're going against the wind because they got 2 hours between now and 8 o'clock. I was gonna start this a little earlier, but I didn't start it earlier for 2 reasons. One, it was an Aldi shopping order, and 2, it was going ridiculously far, so I did not count that time. So, Aldi orders seem to be the thing that causes a lot of time delays and time problems. So I decided that I was, I did some extensions and some things for other teams. So there's no reason why I can't do it here. So basically, even though they got $10.43 right now, their time pretty much starts about right now. So yeah, that's the Aldi order wasn't very bad at all. It was real easy to shop for. It took me like 5 minutes to shop for the stuff. It just went 18 miles. I mean, it's all orders accepted. I mean, it's ridiculous to do the, a lot of dashers would say, you're really nuts doing that. But you know what? Yeah, it's all orders accepted. When there's a contest, that's how it is. But I just, because of the long time it was, and plus where I was Morristown. So even if I went live at that time, going up that way, I lose a lot of connection. So that's why I just took hello, Sam, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. This is a DoorDash channel. This is what I do. I deliver DoorDash, whether it's food or groceries. I just got through delivering a Aldi order all the way in Morristown, 18 miles, and on the way back. And that's what we're doing right now. Appreciate you being here. Yes, this is basically an against the wind dash right now. So, yeah, it's pretty windy conditions right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, the 6 of you that are in. Appreciate you all being here. This is like an against the wind type of dash today. I'm dashing in windy conditions. And, trying to catch 173 with only $89 right now. And got to do it by 8 o'clock. I would say that's pretty much against the wind to do that too. So, but anyway, anything can happen, and it usually does. So I've seen stranger things happen before. So I've already had 2 Aldi orders today. There's a possibility I could get a third. You never know. So, see, can you give me food? I don't even know where you are, Sam. Yeah, there's no way I could give you food. From where I am. I don't know where you are, but I'm sure that if you ordered DoorDash, I'm sure someone in your area could get you some food. But I'm in Indiana, Sam, so I don't think I could do that for you. I just don't think I can, at least not where I am. All right, I'm not going to go through town like that because it's 6 o'clock. I'm just going to go the back way. There's pizza and chicken up here, so same. Okay, well, where exactly are you? I can't really, if I don't know where you are, plus you would have to order it on DoorDash in order for me to give it to you. I can't just bring it to you. I don't do this just, to do it. I get paid to do it. So, yeah, I get paid to do that. So, but anyway, Indiana? Okay, we're in Indiana, Sam. That's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. Okay, need to put you down for a second here. While I go through my little area here, I just got to put you down, guys. I got a reason why I'm doing that. So, all right. All right, sorry about that. We had a county coming up here, and I'm sure he would have frowned upon the fact that I had a phone in my hand, just looking straight forward. You know how some of them are. But anyway, Bremen. Okay, I don't think that's anywhere where I need to be. Okay, they're letting out of my job, the early crew that I'm not on. They're letting out, so I'm just going to slow down here. The small town. Well, mine's kind of a small town too. So I'm just going to, we got the morning crew relieved right now. But you know what? I'd rather just, I would rather wait for them. And let's go ahead and put this down for a minute, because I don't want them to think that I'm filming them, because I really don't want, they might frown upon that. So I'll just go ahead and do that right now, guys. They're letting out, and we got to be courteous to them, because they got to be courteous to me. All right, I think that's all of them. Okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. Welcome in. Yeah, some of them frown upon that, when, being filmed and all that stuff. I mean, and I get it, they don't even know that they're being filmed. So some of them probably. All right, let's go over here, and we'll go this way, take a back way so that we're away from, because it's 6 o'clock. And I don't like to be in real busy traffic at 6 o'clock, so I'll go the back way, and a little bit more scenic, and better. Appreciate you all being here. This is this is an against the wind type of dash tonight. It is very windy out here tonight. We got some storms that are coming, so it's even though it's windy, it's kind of the calm before the storm, if you want to say that, and that's exactly what it is. So. Also, while I'm here, when I get up to stopping, if I don't get an order, I'm going to put on a little simulcast, and I won't mention who at this point, but I will put on a simulcast, and I would ask that you please go visit this channel when as soon as I find a place to stop here, if I don't get an order. But usually when I go around this area, there might be a nice little order that I might get. But I just don't want to go through town. Not at 6 o'clock, because it gets kind of busy. Even though that this week, there's, it is spring break. And, the traffic isn't as bad as it usually is. So it's still 6 o'clock. Yeah. There's some folks over here in the park playing tennis and being in the park. It's kind of a good night to do that. All right, Sam, take it easy. Thank you. Appreciate you being here, man. Stop by anytime. Thank you very much. You have a good night. All right, well, let's go see if we can get an order here, guys. When I go back this way, just take a nice little scenic route. Yeah. Got some wind here tonight. Against the wind. That's what we're doing tonight. And right now, the team has $89. So they're far, far away from 173, which is the top. So really, all they can really hope for at this point is to tie somebody and have a 2-hour extension. So, there's still time for that. I mean, even if they post a score today, there's still 4 teams to go. And if someone ties them, or any kind of tie that's done throughout the 18 schools, then the tie goes to Rushville to break the tie in a 2-hour dash off. So I already have to go to Rushville three more times, because I did one dash off, one team dash off in Rushville last week. And the other team from that dash off has to go next. I wanted to do that last night, but I had a little issue with the car that I'm driving today, and the car had to go to the shop. So anyway, it got fixed real quick, and I got it back. And when I did the dash earlier today, I used a different car. So it's good to have 2 cars, because you never know when you might need the other car. So I had to rely on that other car to get me out of that. So that's why everything got delayed, and that's why I had to push that back probably another week. I mean, if there's a possibility I might do it Saturday, I don't know yet. So we'll see. But anyway, all right. I just came down here to see if there's a possibility I might get an order from one of these places. Doesn't look like it, so I'm driving up here by Aldi again, because I was driving up here before, and that's where I got the Aldi order. So I've had 2 Aldi orders today, 2 of them. And both of them were very, very easy shopping orders. Very easy. You know, I hardly ever get any easy shopping orders from Aldi, but I had 2 very good ones. The very first one was 1 aisle shopping. The second one was stuff that I knew where it was in the aisle. Hey, we got something here. What do we got? Okay. Maya's Mexican Grill. All right, I got to go that way anyway, so that's good. All right, so it's not too far from here, so we will take that, all right? All right, Maya's Mexican Grill, guys, coming up. So, but I'm going to have to take the 44 way, unfortunately, because at this time of night, if I'm trying to turn in that other way, it's, you know, chances are they're not going to let me turn that way. I'm just going to have to wait until I get to the light and turn that way. So, yeah, Maya's Mexican Grill is just right across the street there. So, all right. Well, appreciate the 4 of you guys that are here. Appreciate you being here, watching the Against the Wind dash tonight. And, yeah, getting ready for thunderstorms coming tomorrow. So it's just the calm before the storm. Because the temperature today is 73 degrees right now. And tomorrow at this time, it's going to be in the 30s. So when you have a big fluctuating change in temperature like that, well, you basically know what's going to happen. So, but that's typical March weather, guys. That's why they call it March Madness. You know, that's why they did the basketball tournament, March Madness. I mean, we're right here getting close to springtime. You know, they call it March Madness because you're going from winter to spring, and there's a lot of madness within this month. And yeah, so it's either the lion or the lamb. Okay, yeah, thank you for backing up. All right, guys, let's go to Mexican Grill here. I better not go through there. Yeah, because sometimes somebody will dart through that thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn in here and then go up there. So, all right. The only thing that I do not like about this parking lot right here is because it's, if you take a look when I go in here, I have to park at Arby's because the parking lot is all slanted right here. I mean, they got spots over here. They got lines there and then lines there. It's, you know, it's, you pretty much don't have any idea or know where to park. And there's no parking in front of the Maya's Mexican Grill, so you got to park at Arby's just to get the just to get it. And it doesn't look like there's any spots in Arby's, so I'm just going to have to park right here. Look how busy it is here, guys. All right, I'm just going to have to park right here. So, okay, let me go ahead and put you here in the window. I'll be right back with this next order. Here's the funny thing. They said it's 2 orders, but it's going to the same person. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Well, no wonder there wasn't any parking there. That place is packed. You have to stand out there, you know, waiting just like they do if they're waiting for tables to get that. That place is absolutely packed, guys. All right. Okay. Okay, well, there's no receipt, so we're just going to do this. So, no receipt. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that bottom order right there. All right. Okay. All right. Oops. Nope, there's no receipt. No receipt, so I just take a picture of that top one. All right. Oops. I got to take that off here first. Retake. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. All right. Oops. We'll put her back on. Okay, well, I guess it's not going to let me do it. Okay, so I hit this and confirm it. All right. Fountain Lake. Yeah, that's all the way up north. So I've got to go back on the interstate. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's way up north, guys. That's on the interstate going back on the north side of town. All right, let's go. I see that address and I know exactly where I'm going. Yeah, that place is absolutely packed. Well, I tell you what, against the wind, I mean, here it is, you know, 2 orders and we're already here at 6:30. Yeah, that order took forever. So, I mean, not only am I against the wind on, you know, as far as the weather's concerned, but I'm against the wind as far as time is concerned. We only got an hour and a half to go, and this is only the 2nd order I've had. I had to wait forever for that order. All right, let's go. Yeah, this guy ordered 2 separate orders, and I don't know why he did, but yeah, Fountain Lake Drive, I believe it's either in those apartments or it's across the street in a housing addition. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I know I've seen that before. I think that is an apartment. See, doesn't say an apartment though, so I think it's the housing addition across the street. All right, let's go. Go ahead and hit the button.
Drive northeast on State Route 44, then take the Interstate 74 West Ramp.
Hello there, welcome in. Welcome in there. Appreciate you being here. I'm taking an order to a guy, Maya's Mexican Grill order. It's a guy that, you know, it's a guy that ordered 2 separate orders. So I'm taking that right there. It's the same person. I mean, it's like a stack, but it's the same person. So it's $7 going about 4 miles. So that's where we're going. Going back up north to take this to a housing addition up there. So, all right. Appreciate you being here. This is kind of like an against the wind type of dash because it is kind of windy out here. There's supposed to be some storms coming here tomorrow, so that's why the wind is starting to pick up. So later tonight there's a wind advisory and it's already starting. So I guess the advisory is already here, even though they said it was really going to be later tonight. So, but we're taking this order up north, the north side of Shelbyville. So we shall see what happens after I deliver this one. It's only the 2nd order I've had today. We're going till 8 o'clock. And $89, so you would add this to that. it would be $96. So with just a little less than an hour and a half to go after I deliver this. So going to 8 o'clock. So appreciate all of you being here. Appreciate the likes. You know, y'all mean a lot to me when it comes to, you know, when I go live. It means a whole lot for me, for you guys to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and deliver this.
In 1 mile, take exit 113.
Yeah, it took a whole lot of extra time to go and deliver that, you know, to pick that up. I mean, there were a couple of other dashers that picked up their orders, and then this one here, it just took forever for me to get. I was in there a good 15 minutes waiting on this order. But that place was packed. I mean, absolutely packed. But it is, you know, the first part of dinner time, so I can understand that. That's why there's no parking.
Take exit 113 onto State Route 9 north toward Shelbyville, Greenfield. In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Riley Highway.
All right, welcome in here. Let's see, welcome in you guys that came in. I'm taking a Maya's Mexican Grill to the north side of Shelbyville here to a housing addition. So I'm about to drop that off here in a few minutes.
Riley Highway, State Route 9.
It's a nice little housing addition. The sun's getting ready to go down, so we'll be watching it through the sunset. It's a very windy night, so we're dashing in the wind and dashing against time, trying to catch 173. And we got to do that in less than an hour and a half. So maybe we can at least get to the middle of the pack and see, you know, if there's a possibility of a tie with one of these other teams that are in the middle of the pack. So we'll just see what happens. All right. Make sure that everybody slows down. Okay.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West Rampart Road. Turn right onto West Rampart Road. Continue for a half mile. In a quarter mile, turn left onto Fountain Lake Drive. Turn left onto Fountain Lake Drive. Then turn right to stay on Fountain Lake Drive West. Turn right to stay on Fountain Lake Drive West. In 900 feet, 87 Fountain Lake Drive West, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176. USA will be on the right.
All right, we're about to deliver this order here. It's a stack order for the same person. So go ahead and get ready to deliver it. Okay.
1687 Fountain Lake Drive West, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176.
The customer
USA
requested
is
you
on the
leave
right.
the order at their door.
All right.
They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
All right. Go deliver this. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, jeez. All right, where are we going here? To the Taco Bell here, and where is it going? I have no idea where that is. All right. All orders accepted.
Drive north on Fountain Lake Drive South. Then turn left to stay on Fountain Lake Drive.
Okay. I know where I'm going because I know where the Taco Bell is. All right. Okay. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can get Fran back here. Here. Okay. Nope. I guess I can't do that. Okay, so I have to get out of it. All right.
Yes.
There we go.
I'm only going to be dashing for a few hours that day.
All right, there we go. All right, we got Fran back, guys. So,
Yeah. So you just stop taking. You don't take the bad ones. And
okay, let's go.
then either someone will take it, so another one will come in here.
All right, welcome in. I'm about to pick up an order at Taco Bell and go up north again. So,
When I first started today, they just kept
yeah, I mean, I don't understand what it is with all these long orders.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
And then all the burrito, they kept sending it, and it's
Got Fran Dash Phoenix on as a
AI.
as
And
my
I don't think an actual human is sending these out.
as simulcast. So,
Maybe eventually, if they've been sitting for long enough, a human will review it. But it's just like the AI, the robots, just say, no, yeah, someone's gonna take this $2 offer. Hey, Dad, welcome in. It's pretty busy. There's spring training going on, actually, just on the other side of this Target.
okay. Can I get out this way without having to do a whole lot or not? Probably not.
Keep sending.
Yeah, I guess I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and go back that other direction because I can't go that way because he's turning left and I can't do that. So
Nothing.
I'm gonna turn right. Yeah, I can't do that. So,
And Uber and DoorDash.
all right, we can't do
Nice,
that.
Dad. How are you doing? Healing up. I bet you are.
Okay, we're gonna go pick up a Taco Bell order here and take it up north. So
Sourdough
let's go ahead and go here.
bread. Dad makes like the coolest.
Got Fran Dash Phoenix on as simulcast.
Like chocolate coffee one. I don't know. Strawberry one. Yeah. This is gonna be a nightmare over here. So I might need to go back to my actual zone that I hang out in. And then for those of you that didn't hear me before, I am having a special members only live tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific time. Oh, I have a new Grubhub offer. Let's see. 9. Oh, heck yeah. 9.76 for 3 miles. It's one order. Oh, it's in the mall though. Do I want to take a mall offer?
No, you'd be waiting forever in the mall at this time of night. Yeah, I wouldn't.
The mall will be crazy.
Yep, I wouldn't take that.
Dang, that sucks. That sucks, you guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that mall offer. No way. It's just like taking a mall at an order at the Greenwood Mall. It takes forever in there. So yeah, Fran, I would turn that down big time.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not going to be dashing if I have anything.
Okay, we're about to go to the Taco Bell that's right over here and take that order up north. Not really worth it. Okay.
For 11, it's a total wine one. They keep sending it out. They keep adding to it. Oh, I think the spring training just let out, you guys, because like they got the little guy riding his bike around.
All right, I'm gonna go pick this up. We'll be right back.
Thank you for
People
stopping
come in if I
by.
put it in the cup holder. So yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, it's.
All right.
I know exactly where it is, but that panda is always so busy. I need to stand for my phone in the live line. Yeah, I know.
Take this. All right, where are we going? Yep, it's Fairland. Private road. Okay. I wonder how long it's. Hello, Dirty Stacking Deb. Welcome in. Here, I'm going to do this for you since you've been in my since you've been in a few of my lives. There you go. Yeah, it's all orders accepted, and I'm going to Fairland with this order. So, not exactly my favorite place, but it is part of the Shelbyville district. So I really don't have a, since we're in a contest, all orders accepted. So you got to do what you got to do. It's an against the wind dash tonight because it's pretty windy outside. That storm's coming tomorrow. So you can already tell that some weather's coming. So, all right. Don't like the idea of going to Fairland, but hey, it's part of it. You got to do what you got to do. So, just going to go ahead and let these guys go. All right. So it's going to probably tell, oh, you're welcome. You've been to a few of my lives, and, I don't do it to everybody. You got to be in a few of my lives so that I know that you're authentic. So that's how that works. All right. So, okay. Now let's see if I have to take the highway. Most likely I will.
Onto East Rampart Street.
Okay.
Then, in 200 feet, turn right onto North Riley Highway.
It looks like I'm going to be going not just one stop, but two stops here on the highway. So.
In a quarter mile, take the Interstate 74 West Ramp.
Okay, back to Interstate 74 we go. Way up north.
Take the Interstate 74 West.
That's the only bad thing that I do not like about all orders accepted is that, you're driving all over the country basically. So.
Continue for 3 miles.
All right. No, it's only going 3 miles, so I'm not going all the way up there. All right, that's good. But I'm sure it's pretty long where it is I'm going anyway, so we'll find out. All right. I'm glad I'm not going 6 miles, so that gets pretty rough when you get up there 6 miles down the road. All right. Tucker, today you Ubered from 9 to 3. Wow, that's a long time. That's a very long time. Yeah, this is the second part of my dash here today. As the before I started this live, I had $79, and that was for 6 hours, and that wasn't very good. So so now going up here north, well, I had an Aldi order that was earlier before I started the live, and I did not count that towards the time because I was supposed to start the live at 5:30 and I didn't. I pushed it back till 6. And the reason was because, you know, even though the shop was real easy, it was too many miles just like this. So, yeah, that's the one thing that hurts in this contest is all the, is these miles that they make you go. So, that was the beauty about being in Rushville. There wasn't anything like that. Everything is close by. Just a real small town and not a whole lot goes on there. But I will have to go there 3 more times to break ties. So, maybe Oregon here will tie another team and maybe they'll get to go there too. So we'll see. But for right now, we got an hour and 10 minutes left of the dash to go. And we're driving way up north here. Northwest. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Hello again, Sam. Welcome back. Appreciate you being here. Welcome. I'm glad that you're visiting. Yeah, Sam, we're taking a Taco Bell way up north here. Way up north into Fairland. So, northwest. All right, so guess they seem to like me in Fairland because it seems like every time I've been dashing anymore, I've been up here at least once. So,
Take exit 109.
but at least, yeah, well, I wouldn't, it's not really nice because it's a lot of miles to get up here, especially from where I was. So, it's way deep into Fairland. Yeah. I mean, Fairland's okay. It's just that parts of there, you lose connection on the, on your phone, and, it's just a lot of miles. And, a lot of it is just a lot of farmland. So, yeah. But here we go. Getting off at the exit here, and let's see where we're going.
Take exit 109 toward Fairland Road.
And the sad part,
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West 400 North.
okay, so I'm turning right, so I'm wondering if I'm going to be turning on that one street. Most likely I am. So usually I turn left up here. All right, let's see if there's any traffic up here. It doesn't look like there is, so we'll go ahead and go. And
800 feet, turn left onto North Michigan Road.
yep, okay, I'm going down there, going toward the casino. So, never been in the casino before,
Turn left.
but I've certainly driven by it many times. All right. You got to stay left here in the casino because if you don't, then you'll have to turn right, which I don't want to do. So, because I'll be going off the track. Your mom's favorite place, the casino?
Turn left to stay on North Michigan Road.
All right, here we go.
Continue for 3 miles.
For wings. Oh, okay. Yeah, it'd be a good time for some wings right now. Yeah, like those 4. Okay, 4-star. All right. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and find out where it goes. We're 10, let's see, north. Okay. Yeah, it's taking me way deep in there. Probably close to where the school was that I delivered last week. It's probably close to there, even though there's no schools going on right now. So, because this week it's all about spring break, And but one thing, the one thing about doing all these this driving and stuff, there's times that I've sat for a long time today waiting on orders, and I guess it's better for me to just go on ahead and take these orders driving instead of just sitting around and waiting, not getting anything. So, I guess if I had to choose between the two, even though I don't like doing all this driving, I guess I would rather just get the money. Because even sometimes when you're driving far, and then when you're coming back, sometimes you might get a really good order to for your trouble and coming back. And I've had that happen, just like last night with that Papa John's order I had at the very last minute. It was a $2 order, and I thought, well, you pay your money, you take your chances, just like you do in a casino. So I just decided to go ahead and take my chances, and went ahead and delivered that, and ended up getting a $20 bill. I passed. Well, I don't know if I passed the casino. Yeah, I haven't passed up the area where I'm supposed to turn. So, yeah, the casino was back that way. So, but I'll go by it again when I come back from delivering this order. So, you'll see it again. Because really, there's only one way to get around here, to go past that. When you're up here in Fairland, I'm surprised I even got some signal right now, especially with A, it being windy, and B, just a lot of farmland here and flatland. So, I usually have a lot of trouble with signal, but for some reason, I'm doing it, I'm going to be doing it again. So, I appreciate you being here, Sam. Thank you for being here. All right. Still says I'm 7 minutes away. All right. Let's see. I think I turned on this street once before to take another order someplace. It's not the same person, I don't think. It's a different person. But I remember turning on this road. I think it was last week or the week. I'm surprised it didn't take me all the way up to that exit, because the farther out in Fairland you go, you're getting close to like New Palestine and those places. So, all right, getting ready to turn here.
Turn right.
Yep, here it is.
West access.
Okay, yeah, I remember that sign right there. So, okay. Okay, 1-800. Yeah, I guess I'm getting close to I'm going close to the school. Yeah, I remember this turn. This is how I went to the school. I did this last time. Yeah, this is how I got to the school. So if you just keep on going straight, the school's right there. But there's no schools in the session, so it's going to be a house. So, all right. But yeah, I remember this way going up there towards the middle school. Yeah, last week I delivered to the middle school up here, and that was during the Wreckers Dash. All right. Well, just enjoy the scenic route, guys. Enjoy it while you can. Well, I tell you, they've lost a lot of time with all this, because we're getting close to 7 o'clock. Bremen? I don't know where Bremen is. I have no idea where Bremen is. Okay. All right, here we go. Man, 4 minutes. This is a long way away, guys. Long way. The only thing they can do is just hope to tie. Because with an hour left, who knows? All right. Welcome in that you got here. We're here in Fairland, Indiana. We're delivering a Taco Bell. It's a long way. Bryman. Okay, that's how you say it. All right. Now, I have no idea where that is. I have no clue. So, Let's take this order up here. I guess I can put that up. I don't think I need that right now. And maybe when I go back, you'll see part of the sunset. So, okay. I mean, who knows? I might get lucky and get a pizza order from up here, or that I ended up doing a delivery up here, and then I got one. Yeah. That's why I don't like coming to Fairland sometimes, because some of the areas up here are bad. That's why I do not like coming to Fairland. Because if I'm doing live and there's a, you know, it does lag. Right here. Okay, where exactly am I going down here?
In a quarter mile, 7705 North.
Hello, Ma. Welcome back.
W, Fairland, Indiana 46126-9474. United States will be on the right.
Okay, I'm going down. Yeah, I guess this is a private road. It's all rocks. Yeah, we're doing the Oregon Duck Dash here today, and they're kind of going against the wind because it's windy outside, and I had a lot of miles to be driving today, as usual, especially this order right here. Okay, it's probably this house right here. That's what it's looking like. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it's this house right here.
7705 North Private Road 435W, Fairland, Indiana.
Okay.
426-9474. United States is on the right.
Okay, I don't like this contactless delivery. All right, guys, he's standing right there, so I'm going to put you here in the cup holder, so I'll be right back. All right. That definitely was not worth it. Wasn't even $6 to drive all that way. Okay. All right, it's all good. You're so close to I don't even know what that is. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to head on back here, guys. All right. So when I head on back to where I was, maybe you'll see the sun going down. But losing a lot of time here. By the time I get back there, it's probably going to be at least 7:15. So 45 minutes. Let's see, they got 79 plus 23. So you'd say 80 and 22. So they're at 102 right now. Oh, I don't know about that, Gord. I mean, thank you for joining, but I don't know about that. All right, let's head back, guys. Yeah, thank you, Ma. Thank you about that, Ma. I knew that he wasn't really. Let's see, which way did I go? Yeah, I turned this way. That's right. Okay, yeah. Appreciate that, Ma. I knew that, you know, as a former broadcaster would say, I knew he was blowing smoke. So, yeah. Okay. All right, we're heading out back to where I went to the other way so we can pass by the casino again for Sam. Reported. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ma. You know, that's the one thing, you know, about Ma Duke. She's one of our greatest ambassador, and, you know, someone who we really appreciate. I mean, I know I appreciate. So, all right. And she's always there to take care of us and to, especially one devious dasher. She's always, you know, cutting out people that are, you know, trying to, you know, to ruin his dash. So she's just a fantastic person, and you know, we always appreciate him. She's on everybody's lives when she possibly can be, and takes care of all of us, and we can't thank her enough. So, all right. Okay, let's go back to pass by the casino again for Sam, because apparently he likes to see the casino. So, okay. All right, by the time we get back there, don't be so sensitive, guys. Well, I mean, it's not like we're trying to be, you know, sensitive or anything. It's just that what we're doing is, you know, this is a family show, and, you know, we just try to keep it that way. And that's how we do. Well, you're welcome. I mean, you know, you're so kind, too. I mean, I just love, you know, the fact when you come in and you are, you know, and you're looking out for all of us. Okay. Oh, we got some other guys here. No, this is not a Volvo. It's nowhere close to a Volvo. Now, I'm being rich. No, I'm nowhere near being rich. I guarantee you, if I was rich, I wouldn't be doing this job. I'll tell you that right now. I wouldn't have 2 jobs if I was rich. There is no way in the world I'd be doing this job if I was rich. Absolutely no way. No, I'm far from that. I mean, if you go back to 2013, I would have been the exact opposite, and I've been catching up ever since. So, yeah. Now, I appreciate the idea of you saying that, but no, I'm definitely, I'm nowhere near that. So, absolutely nowhere near that. All right. Okay, we're heading back towards town. We're just an absolute long way away. Long way away. Not even in the district right now. We're kind of on the outskirts of Fairland. Yep. Your job is driver? I'm a dasher. I'm a DoorDasher. Yeah. Yeah, I drive for DoorDash. It's like pizza delivery and food delivery and grocery delivery. That's what I do. You know, I pick up things for like, you know, pick up, you know, for places like McDonald's, Taco Bell, and other restaurants. And then some people want stuff from like Dollar General or Aldi. I had a couple of those today. And then I also do other deliveries too. So, yeah. Which one? Uber Eats? No, DoorDash. I only do DoorDash. You know, that's all I do. I'm on the waiting list for Walmart Spark, and I have been on the list for a long time and have not, you know, and I don't know, you know, when it goes. It's been a while. And as a matter of fact, there was a dasher that I talked to waiting on an order, because we were in the Pizza Hut one time and we were sitting there and we got to talking. And he told me he finally got on Instacart, and he waited 3.5 years to get on Instacart. So if that tells you, you know, how long it takes to get on, you know, certain apps, well, there you go. 3.5 years, he said it took him to get on Instacart. So, yeah. So I can't really say, you know, how long it's going to take for me to get on Spark. But I mean, you know, hey, you got to wait, you got to wait. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. Get there eventually. But when I was talking to Eric of the Stardashians, he said, yeah, Spark is oversaturated. Well, I guess it is. Another gig tuber, he hasn't been on for a while. His name is Just a Dot on the Map Josh. He said it took him like, you know, it took him like over a year, I think 1 year and 2 months to get on Spark. So, but he signed up, I think, way before I did. So that's probably why, you know, he was finally able to get on. I haven't heard from him in a long time. I just wonder what happened to him. I mean, I don't know if he just decided that it wasn't for him anymore, or, if he's just, they just moved. So maybe they're still getting in the, the thick of things of moving and all that. So I don't know. I just haven't heard from him in a while. I mean, you want to talk about someone with a great channel, someone who's a really a joy to watch. You better believe just a dot on a map. Yeah, when I first saw him on Chuck, I'll tell you what, I got to watch this guy. He's been dealing with him. Yeah, that's what I thought. He told me that, it might be a while before he comes back, but yeah. But, but Ma, I miss him. Don't you? Don't you miss his content? I mean, he is so fun to watch. I mean, really, especially that day. And I will never, ever forget that live that I watched with him, where he and his wife, they had got a dirty stack. I think the DoorDash was north and the Uber Eats was south. And they were debating which one to do first, it's like they were so tensed up and everything. All his wife could do was laugh because they didn't know, they were, so concerned about the time. I said, but they mentioned on the air, hey, Chuck, I said, we're doing it, Chuck. We're doing it. We don't know how we're going to do it, but we're dirty stacking. Be proud of us. So, yeah. He came on DoorDash a couple of months ago. Josh and Booger are great people. Oh, yes, they are. And they live close to my hometown. So, if they ever get a chance. I mean, he told me at one time, I said, we would meet up at Jaggers once. I mean, he wanted me to go there. All right, Sam, if you're still here, that's for you. Horseshoe Casino, that's for you, Sam, if you're still here. All right. But yeah, I miss him and I miss his content. There you go. Yep, see, there you go, Sam. That's for you. That's for you, buddy. Okay. All right, 7-Eleven. So, I mean, we're in an area here where we could get maybe an order or two. I mean, this McDonald's right up here. I mean, the only time that you really get an order from McDonald's up here is if there's somebody up here that orders, or if when the other McDonald's are closed in the morning, you come up here and pick up the order. So, all right. Well, I'm not going to, it's 7 o'clock. I really don't want to get back on the interstate. I want to take the road straight down there, in case I do have to come back here. I don't want to be on the interstate and then get an order to come back up here, because that would waste a lot of time. I'd rather just take this road straight getting back into town, so in case I would have to come back here, then I wouldn't be wasting all that time. So I don't know if I'm going to make that light or not. Well, close enough. Still yellow. Close enough. All right. See, part-time delivery work is more relaxation for me. Well, that's what this is for me. It's part-time work. I mean, I've got a W-2 and, or regular job. I mean, some people don't understand what a W-2 is, but it's a regular job. And it pays it takes care of all my bills, all the real big necessities. Here is just like, saving up for vacations. There's something that's really important that I got to take care of, kind of what I had to do with this car yesterday. That's what that's for. I mean, this car was out of commission yesterday, and I had to take it to a shop and have something looked on at it, and it's working fine now. I just had to use my other car for my live stream yesterday. So, but that's what this is for. I mean, this is to save for that type of thing, because you don't want to dip into the W-2 money to take care of something that you can do with money that you save on the side for stuff like that. I mean, it's really important to save your money for things like this, because you never know what's going to happen down the road. It's really important to save. It really is, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, because I'm, my phone just timed out here on that. It's not timed out. It's just, it went to nothing. So I got to turn it back on here while I'm going down here on this slow road. Just take my time going down here while I turn it back on. All right, there we go. Yeah. What if you eat the slime? All right, be careful with what you say here, Sam, okay? Be careful what you say here, because you can get timed out, okay? You know, with Ma on here, she monitors everything that everybody says, so you got to really be careful what you say here. This is a family show, and, you know, let's just keep it that way, okay? Yeah, thank you, Ma. I warned him. I told him. You know, and that goes for anybody. You know, you got to really, you know, this is a family show, guys. Let's just keep it that way, all right? You know, we're just out here doing deliveries, trying to, you know, be entertaining and everything. That's, yeah, age restrictions again. All right, I'm probably going to have to now hit that 8. The only thing about that is, though, if you have age restrictions, especially if you're not monetized, you know, I think DoorDash, I mean, not DoorDash, I think YouTube kind of frowns on that, or they investigate that, you know, until you get to see them. Once you get monetized, then I think they're a little bit more lenient on that. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, he seemed like, you know, he was, you know, being nice and everything at the beginning, but when he said that, yeah, that's when I told him, I said, listen, you've been warned, man, please don't say that stuff. Yeah, don't worry about putting on the filter. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I always give warnings to those, you know, say, please, this is a family show, please keep it that way. And then if they keep on going, then we give them the axe. So, and that's pretty much with everybody. So, just like on Just Roy Deliveries Live. I mean, you know, the one person that, you know, there's 2 people that give axes when, you know, those, you know, get out of hand or are not, you know, not saying who they are, they get the axe real quick. So, yeah, you can hang out and help. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, we're here till 8 o'clock. So, yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of time wasted on that, and that certainly was not worth, certainly was not worth it to take that order. So let's see. Yeah, 79 and 23. 102. Yep, 102. All right, so they're just 1 behind Illinois. So there's a possibility, you know, depending on what the orders are like, there's a possibility of some teams they could tie. So at least that's all they could really hope to do at this point. So, because I like to have, you know, do tiebreakers because it gives me a reason to go to Rushville. So, because I had so much fun when I was in Rushville. I mean, even though it's a real small town, I was so pleased with the way the people were there. I mean, you go into McDonald's and some of those places there in Rushville, it really makes, you know, the people in Shelbyville and all the other places that I, you know, dashed at, it really makes them look bad. I mean, the McDonald's in Rushville, they're on it. Teamwork, you know, they communicate with you and say, hey, we're waiting, you know, we're waiting on this, you know. They don't do that in these other places, you know. They don't communicate with you. You just wait on them. But at that McDonald's, they let you know, hey, we're waiting on this. You know, it might be a few minutes, and you know everybody's appreciative of that. And then I took one of the McDonald's orders to Pizza Hut. I was greeted with a warm smile. I said, "You drive without GPS?" No, I have a GPS on the phone when I deliver items. So you know, I would never drive without GPS. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm starting to know Shelbyville a little more to where I don't have to worry about that so much, you know, because, you know, that's how you can save time, you know. Okay. It's how you save time. If you know your area, even though the GPS is going to tell you one thing, if you know your area, you can find a way to save time. And I've been learning to do that with every district that I've been delivering in, is trying to figure out ways to save time, because now DoorDash has what they call an on-time rate, okay? And you got to be within the parameters of that on-time rate or they ding you, okay? And there's dashers right now, because of that on-time rate, well, they're racing past stop signs and everything because they don't want to go below a certain level, so they don't have to get to a level they don't want to be at. And even those who aren't on a level, you know, they still give contract violations if you are not at a certain time. you make $15 to $22 delivering food. Well, that's what I average. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Most of the time, I average about 15 an hour. Now, there was a couple of dashes Friday, last Thursday, and a week ago Sunday that I earned $173. So that's the reason for me to go to Rushville and do a dash off, is because, $273 dashes. And that's kind of unusual for me. I hardly ever do any dashes of that much. So, because most of the time it's around $15 an hour. That's what I usually average. So, but it's all good. I mean, I'm not. But it really does help for you to know, to try to know your area as best you can, because the GPS 9 times out of 10 is going to leave you astray. And if you can figure out how to get there without having to use the GPS, then it will help you in the long run. All right, I do not want to go through downtown, so I'm going to go through here. And I can still get orders because I'm close by some of the places here. I can still get a Papa John's, I can still get a KFC, and Dollar General if they feel I need to be there. I mean, I really don't want to be there because I'm done with shopping. I mean, I just don't like shopping. But, it is part of it, so if I have to, I have to. I had a couple Dollar General orders today, had a couple of Aldi orders, so... Yeah, so I've done some shopping today, and not for the greatest amount of money either, because some people just don't want to, even tip for shopping, and it's pretty sad because you're doing them a favor by going out and shopping for them, especially that second Aldi order that I had earlier today that went way up near Morristown, and that's why that part didn't count, was because, that was way too far up there. And just, and it wasn't even, in the district. So it was in a different district. So that's why, excuse me, I didn't count that. So, yeah, because that's just way too far. I mean, the shopping itself was not that bad. The 2 Aldi orders that I had today, they were not bad at all. I mean, it was so easy to shop for. The first one was 1 aisle shopping. 4 items, they were all right there together. The second one, I mean, it wasn't 1 aisle, but it was places where I knew exactly where they were. I knew exactly what I was looking for, and I was able to get in and get out in a certain period of time. It was just the drive there that was the biggest problem. And so that's why I did not count that, because just too far, way too far. And it wasn't even in the district, so. But I guess there's no Aldi in other places to where I could... that was closer by, so we just had to do that. So I had to grin and bear it, take it there, and that's okay. Okay, we're driving through Walkerville here, guys, in a all right, let's just see what's going on. You're entering Walkerville. That's where it is. Okay, and so this is the back way. Nice little area to walk to drive in. You can see a little bit of scenic area. There's parks around here. And you just don't want to look to your left right now yet until we get up here a little bit. So I try not to hold it over there because nobody wants to see what's to the left. So, I mean, it's nice to drive back here. You're away from the traffic, but you don't want to look to your left. Yeah. Do you turn off your engine when you're restaurant to pick food? It depends on where I'm at. It depends on where I'm at. If I'm really close to the place, no. Because, no, I don't. And part of the reason is because, I said I have a program on a key to where, and I had it programmed by the manufacturer that to where you can't even turn the wheel, even if the car is running, that you're not able to turn the wheel unless you press a certain button. So I had it designed that way. So, but I don't do that often. And if I'm really far away, from a place, then yes, I will turn it off. Yeah. If I'm really far away, like let's say, like Maya's Grill, for example. In that parking lot, it's very, that that place was so packed tonight, I had to wait forever for an order. But it was so packed that that order took forever, and I couldn't, I had to wait for that order. I mean, it wasn't a bad order at all. It's just that, it was the same guy. He ordered two different things, and his first order was, like maybe 2 minutes after I got there, that order was ready. But the other order wasn't, and I had to wait on that. But there were people that were, in the restaurant still waiting on food, and I had to wait for them to be served before the customer could get served. So, but, that's what messages are for. And, you text the customer and you say, hey, I said, your order's taking a little bit. They're real busy in here. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. And, and some of them, they're understanding. Some of them, when they message you, some of them you can tell they rolled their eyes and saying, great, I got to wait. I can tell those type of people. But, you got to wait like everybody else. It's not like it's not like I'm just saying, I'm not just telling you that, that I'm being late just because of me. I'm telling you it's late because A, the place is busy, and B, there's only certain people, they can only do so much. And, that's the way it was. I mean, that place was absolutely packed. I mean, there were people waiting outside to be seated. That's how busy it was. They play music in there. Otherwise, I would have taken you in there to show you what it was like. But they play music in there. The one thing that I see on there, they're big on horse racing. So they have a horse racing channel on. And for people who love horse racing, have you ever encountered a bad customer? Oh yeah. I've been in the service industry for years. And yes, I've encountered a bad customer. As a matter of fact, let me give you an example of one that I had 2 months ago. I was on a stack order. It was a Wendy's stack order. Okay. One of them went to Kroger. Okay. It was for a customer service representative in Kroger. Okay. And then, the next one would go to him, but I had to deliver Kroger first because it was on the way, to him. That's why they had me deliver to Kroger first. Okay. Well, I didn't hear anything from anybody by the time I delivered both of them. But then I got a Taco Bell order after that, and then I get a nasty little note from that customer that said, I didn't appreciate seeing you at Kroger with my order in your car. And I told him, I said, I had an order from a customer service representative in there prior to your order. And because I was passing by that first, DoorDash asked me to deliver them first. Okay. And he said to me, I don't believe you. I'm going to report you to DoorDash. So, that's what happened there. So I immediately called customer service to tell them exactly what was going on. Told them, hey, you had me on a stack order. I was going to a Wendy's stack order. You had me delivered to Kroger first because it was on the way to that customer, And the customer service, I mean, you don't know if they're telling the truth or not, but they said, yeah, I understand that's what you did. And then, and so, apparently I thought everything was okay. Well, it wasn't. So the next day, I find I got a 1-star rating, and I got a warning. It wasn't a contract violation, but I got a warning from them saying that the customer reported terrible service, and it wasn't a contract violation, but they reported terrible service. So I had to call them back and explain to the next person what happened. And so after I explained that, they said that the order was under review, and it was, because it was under review, there was a possibility of deactivation. So anyway, they reviewed it. They said everything was fine, and so it was no longer under review, and I finally ended up getting the pay for it. So, but you want to talk about a bad customer? There you go. That's what happened to me. That was 2 months ago, and it was just on a day to where it wasn't a contest or anything. I mean, it was a decent order. I mean, that stack order, it was $10. $10 for like 3 or 4 miles. So it wasn't that bad. But that's exactly what happened. I mean, some customers just don't understand. They want to, they want to draw conclusions, not knowing exactly what you're doing because they're not in the car with us or in the restaurant seeing what we have to go through. We're just ambassadors for them, picking up the orders on their behalf. And they just don't see what's going on out here, and they just want to draw conclusions and, think that, the driver is doing something wrong. And, there are times that DoorDash will side with the customer because they always want to pin the driver for doing something wrong. And, because, that's why they got all these stipulations now. That's why they have this on-time rate. That's why you got to take pictures of all your orders or even verify that you have orders, And this last update, they're, according to what I've heard, see what we got here. What'd you see what we got here? It sounds terrible. I've had good luck. I only had one rude customer so far. She left the wrong address on the map. I've had that happen too. Like that happened this morning. The lady, I was going to be delivering to a place, and the GPS told me there were 2 6 addresses with the number 6 on it. And the GPS was telling me to deliver the 6 on the on the east side when it was supposed to be delivered on the west side. And so the lady came out and said, hey, it's over here. And I said, okay, well, the GPS told me to go to this address. And I showed her, what the GPS told me. She goes, really? I didn't put the pin over there. Wonder why I told you to go over there. And I said, yeah, that's what it said. Well, I'm glad I came out because you would have delivered to the wrong address. So anyway, that got straightened out, and I just told her it was a GPS glitch. She said that she didn't put the pin over there. So, but that's okay. That was delivered. That was the end of that. Okay, so. But yeah, she left the wrong address on the app. When you found her, she accused you of going to the wrong place, even after I showed her that she left the wrong address and still complained against me. And I'm pretty sure that DoorDash took her side. Just like they tried to take the side of this person and put your order under review. And you have to explain 2 or 3 times to 3 or 4 different people what happened. And then, it's just like, you got to do some unnecessary talking because, they want to pin the problems on the driver when someone else is at fault, whether it's the customer or whether it's a merchant. The driver is always at fault. That's what they're trying to do now. And one person who can confirm it, and that was when I did my Rutgers Dash, the person that can confirm something like that is Kim's Side Money Plans. Okay, she is a big ambassador for the gig community, especially for DoorDash. If there's updates and things like that or complaints that other people do, she will get on and she will explain all of that and, just let you know some information, some very important information. So when stuff like that happens, you know what to do to fight that. So, all right. So, we have 27 minutes left here, guys. And not a whole lot happened. I mean, it says it's red right here. So, got $102 right now. So, that would put them third to last at this point. So, they would have to hope to get another order here. Because there's 2 schools at 112. Let's see, there's one at 108 and 112 and 113. So they're hoping to get an order here within the next 30 minutes to tie at least one of them so that they can have a time extension. So, of 2 hours. So we'll just have to see. 26 minutes here. It's just been a very slow day today. Very slow. And it's only because, there's people on spring break, no schools in session, and of course Tuesday. A lot of those that I follow and watch, when Tuesday gets here, especially if they do this every day, I hear them say, hey, Tuesdays are slow. They just are. And I don't know why that might be, but Tuesdays have been slow. And today is, today is no different. So, yeah, it's just, it's been one of those days, guys, But it's all good. You do what you got to do. You just come out here, you pay your money, you take your chances. Every time you come out and go out on the road and you're doing this, you pay your money, you take your chances. That's what you do. You take your chances with traffic. You take your chances with how the merchants are going to be. Take your chances on how the customer is going to be. You have great days, and then you have some not so good days. You just take the good with the bad. And if you have a not so good day, then you just dust it off, brush yourself off, and come back the next day, and it might be way better than it was before. It seems like my best days to be out here. Hey, we got something here, guys. What we got? $6, okay, for 2 miles at McDonald's right here. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so 102, that would tie them with Wisconsin. So, all right. I'm already here, so don't say that. I'm already here. All right, let's go. Let me go pick this up, guys. Okay. Got a bundle here from that in a box. Don't get too many of those. Okay. All right. Hello, all 5 of you that are here. We're doing a, okay, it says confirm. Yeah, it's contactless delivery, isn't it? No, it says hand it to him. Okay. All right. I don't think it's too far from here. I think when I turn this corner, I think I'm going to be going the way I want to go instead of the way I don't want to go. So, all right. Okay. Meat Puppet, welcome in. We're doing a McDonald's order right here. Hello, Candy. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here, Candy. I'm doing a McDonald's order right now. And at this point, you know, we have Oregon's doing a dash right here. After this order is done, even though it's been a very slow day, if we don't get another order, we have a tie. It would be a tie between at 108 between Oregon and Wisconsin. So if that's the case, then we will have a dash off between the two of them. So both teams will live to see another day and try to build on their scores. So if we don't get another order, that's what we're going to do. So at least at this point, we have a tie after I deliver this. And even if they were to get another order, they would need $4 or $5 to have another tie. So, because there's two teams that are at 112 and 113 respectively, there's a possibility of tie with one of those teams if they get that. So, all right. Welcome in, Candy. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you all being here as always. Yeah, we're doing a little against the wind dash tonight. It's very windy outside, and I've had a lot of driving to do on this round, which is why I only made $23 up until this delivery that I got here. So, yeah. Hasn't been easy, guys. Hasn't been easy at all. Sweets. Hello, Tornado. Welcome in. Let's see. Oops. I think I'm... Okay. Yeah.
Drive southeast on East Michigan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I am going that way.
Turn right onto Progress Parkway.
I knew I was supposed to go this way, because I figured that was there. Okay. I mean, I knew I was going the right direction. I just didn't hit the button to exactly where I was going. So, all right. Yeah.
Continue for 1 mile.
Yeah, welcome, Tornado. Appreciate you being here. If you're going live tonight, Tornado, I will stop by there and say hi to you. See if you're driving those meat puppets around. I will stop by. I will have, you know, with my two phones, I'll be watching your live and also be watching Dashing Womble's live too. So I'll have both of you on at the same time, because that's what I do. I like watching. Just got through watching, you know, while I was waiting for orders, I was watching Fran's live. Yeah, you're not going out tonight? Tired from being on the roof all day? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, roofing would be, yeah, that would be kind of rough. Yeah, I kind of get it. Yeah, that's hard work. That's very hard work. So I don't blame you at all. Yeah, rest up and get ready for a new day. But yeah, appreciate you taking the time to you know, to join this live too. With 13 minutes left, and I still have to deliver this order. We have a tie right now. So, yeah. And that's all they really with the, you know, that's why I named it Against the Wind. Because against the wind, you know, you get a lot of ways to get to 100, you know, to 170. Devious Dashers put out a post, will be going live at 8. Okay. 8 o'clock would be my time, or 5 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. Might be able to check him out too. Since Tornado's not going live, I'll probably watch Devious and watch Dashing Womble together like that, because that's what I like about having two phones. You can watch one live on one phone and one live on the other. So we will check them out.
Turn left onto 12 Oaks Boulevard.
Okay. All right, here we go. I figured that was up in this area. All right, I like this little pond that's right here.
2100 Willow Oak Court, Shelbyville, Indiana 46176-8452. United States will be on the right. 2100 2100 Willow Oak Court, Shelbyville, Indiana
Okay.
46176-8.
All right, right here.
Drive to United States is on the right.
Yep, right here. I think I might have had this person before. No, 2100. It's on the right. 2100. Okay, so it's got to be over here. All right. Yep. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I can park right here. All right, guys. I'll be right back. I will take this order, and I'll be right back. Hand it to recipient. So that's why I can't take you with me. Be right back. Okay, got that delivered. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. If nothing happens in 10 minutes, we will have a tie at 108 between Oregon and Wisconsin to be, dashed off in Rushville at a later date. We're going to, we got to, finish the other 4 schools off first before we do that, so that everybody posts a score, and then whatever ties happen, it's just like being in the Big Ten tournament. Whatever ties happen, we break those ties and we come up with 4 final totals. Then after the 4 final totals are done, then we'll have the giveaway. But we got to see how far those that are in the actual NCAA tournament are going to go. And if any of them reach the final 4, there will be some extra money added, And if for some reason Michigan goes far, because they won the Big Ten tournament, if they go, if they're in the final 4 of the dashing tournament, then there's extra money added there too. So that's how we're doing this. Okay. All right, guys. 9 minutes. 9 minutes. It's just been a very slow day today. Just happy to get that order. So you just appreciate anything that you would be able to get and do what you got to do. So we just go back up there to my cluster and see if anything happens. But I just like the idea that, that there is a tie right now. I mean, even if, if all they would need is $4 or $5, there would still be a tie with 2 other teams. So we'll just see here. 8 minutes. It's just been so slow today. I mean, it's one of the slowest days I think I've had in a while. Done a lot of, sitting around, driving around, not getting any orders. It's either that or driving a lot of miles. In this dash, I've driven a lot of miles to the orders that I've had. That Aldi order took forever, so I did not count that. And then, of course, I had that order that went to Fairland. That was a lot of miles, too. That was a lot of time that was taken. But it's a part of it, and that's just how it is. So, all right. Let's see what happens here in the next 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. And according to that, it says 5 to 15 minutes before you get an order. It's been like that all day. So I would be happy with a tie right now. I really would. I'd be happy with one. Because that's two teams that live to see another day or another 2 hours. So to build on their score. And there's possibility of other ties throughout the whole thing too. So, there's 4 schools left to go. And I will be drawing that school here. Probably, if I don't get anything, I'll probably be drawing to see who would be next. And that probably won't be until Sunday. So I got to go to my W-2 the next 3 days. And you got to deal with that for 3 days. And then get right back out here Saturday night. I'd probably be, Saturday night, might be one of those days that I could go to, you're going to cut out a few minutes early. Okay, you need to go upstairs and finish cooking for your daughter. Okay, great. Well, as always, Ma, I appreciate you being here, as always, and helping us out, cutting out those youngsters who feel like they got to take, their parents' phone and, invade everybody's dashes and, make them look like they're of age when they're not, or saying things, immature things that they shouldn't say. But you helped me out today as always, and I appreciate you being here. And, we'll see you at another time, probably Saturday. I might be going live Saturday, so we'll see what I'm going to do Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to Rushville or not. We'll find that out. Just got to play that by ear. So, all right, we're just going to, okay. It says Pizza Hut, around Pizza Hut, but I haven't had anything yet, so we're just going to wait here for another 7 minutes and see if anything comes up. And if nothing comes up, then we will have a tie, and I will post that there was a tie. So, that's all, like I said, as the thumbnail said in both of them, let's find a way to win this thing. And if you're going to tie another team, you live to see another day for another 2 hours. So it's, it seems, it's such a, a lot of people think, well, it's kind of juvenile thing that I might be doing, but it really isn't. I'm dashing, I'm making fun, enjoying how I do it. Because, what's the purpose of doing this if you can't have fun doing it? Really. If there's dashers out here who just, they make it a chore, and they just make it look like, well, why do I have to go to this person or whatever they think, they have this, schlep rock attitude, woe is me, I have to do this, you don't make it a chore. You got to make it fun. You got to make it enjoyable. Sure, there's parts of it that you're not going to enjoy and some people that you really don't want to deal with, but, you got to find a silver lining in it. That's one of the reasons why I like watching Just Roy Delivery. That's one of the reasons why I watch Charlie, the Brash Dasher. He's another one I'm going to watch tonight. He tries to find a silver lining even in the worst of things. And, when you find someone who tries to make a silver lining even in the worst of situations, that's what makes them enjoyable to watch. Because they don't have a woe is me attitude. They have, what? I don't care what comes my way. I'm going to try and find some humor in it, and get everybody to laugh about it. And, that's what I like about those two, is they're able to do that. And, they make videos, and it's great. All right, 5 minutes, Mr. Maverick. 5 minutes. If we don't get anything, we will have a tie, and we will set it up. Five minutes. All right, for you that just joined, we got 5 minutes here to wait on another order because the dash will end at 8. And right now, where we stand, there is a tie. Okay, so if the 5 minutes elapse and nothing happens, then we will have a tie, and the tiebreaker will be in Rushville. So we'll be able to set that up. But yeah, pretty windy night to be dashing. It's just been a rough day overall. Just not great, and it is what it is. So sometimes you're out here, making money. Sometimes you're out here sitting and waiting. You really don't want to wait, but it's a part of it. Doing a lot of driving, it's a part of it. And it's okay. I don't mind it. It's just extra money. If I was doing this every day and I had stuff like this, yeah, then I would probably feel a little discouraged. But, that's what my W-2 is for. My W-2 is to take care of everything else, and this is just a little extra to save up. And I was glad that I had the extra to save up to take care of what I needed to on this car yesterday and use the other car. So, that's what it's all for. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing this, so I can have that extra money to take care of necessities like that. So, because I don't want to dip into, the W-2 funds to take care of unnecessary things. That's what this money's for. Okay, we got about 2 minutes left. And it's looking like, guys, looks like we're going to have a tie. Okay. And it's what it's looking like, guys. Got about a minute left. It's looking like we're going to have a tie. There it is. 8 o'clock. We have a tie. We have a tie. $108. Wisconsin put up $108, the third dash that I did for this contest. And now Oregon has put up $108. So we have a tie between the two of them. We have a tie. So there will be a dash off in Rushville between the two of them. And because they have lower scores, we still have to do the Michigan tie off first. So because that tie, I might be doing that Saturday. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But Wisconsin and Oregon, they will have their dash off right after that, because there's still the first place tie between Nebraska and Rutgers. We still got to do that. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Appreciate everybody being here. I'm just glad that we have a tie and that Wisconsin and Oregon live to see another day. So until I see you again, which will probably be Saturday, as always, I will see you in the future. And remember, we're all in this together.